Likewise for Potong Pasir SMC, where Mrs. Lina Chiam is contesting. It is also a close fight between her and the PAP's Sito Yi Pin. We're still waiting around to hear for results coming up.
Okay, now that's a scene behind Timothy Ouyang. That's a scene I haven't seen in a long time. So many people gathered at kopitiams, with children, obviously way past their bedtime, and there can only be one reason for that. They're probably watching on the monitors there, whether on Channel 8, Channel 5, or Channel News Asia, the results, or Surya Vasantham, the results of the Singapore's general election 2011.
Well, something like that doesn't come very often, so I guess it's an excuse just to, stay up all night for the kids.
And some community bonding as well. Well, let's go for a break. Yeah?
That's right, and we'll be right back with more coverage. Welcome back to our coverage of Vote 2011. Well, we have seen 5 results so far, 4 for single-member constituencies and 1 for the group representation constituency. Let's go ahead and check in with May Wong. May, we've seen 4 results coming in for the SMCs and 1 result for the GRC. Any of the netizens saying anything about the GRCs?
Absolutely, they're saying a lot about the GRCs, and for Momain Kallang GRC, which is one of the smaller GRCs, which has a 4-member team, we saw the People's Action Party taking that win up against the Workers' Party. And over at the Momain Kallang GRC, simply because it's helmed by 2 ministers, we've got the Environment Minister as well, in terms of Dr. Yaacob Ibrahim, as well as the Ministry for Information, Communications and the Arts Minister, which is Mr. Lui Tak Yew. And so that was a rather strong team going on in there, up against the Workers' Party, which are relatively unknown in terms of the candidates from the opposition side of it. But we also have a lot of tweets coming in to talk about that. I want to show you one of them. Hougang Stadium cheering for Momain Kallang, and we put up a good fight. Well, this is rather interesting because for Hougang Stadium is filled and packed with the Workers' Party supporters, and so it's rather interesting because it shows that they're a rather good sport. They have acknowledged the win by the People's Action Party, and they said that this is a good fight regardless. Moving along to a second tweet we've got for you. Good fight, NSP. Well, this one was in reference over to Whampoa single-member constituency, where we saw Mr. Heng Chee How going up against the National Solidarity Party's Ken Soon. And so that was the kind of
May we need to leave you there first. Let's go to results.
People's Action Party, 9,630 votes. Yi Jen Jong, the Workers' Party, 9,248 votes. Rejected votes, 314. Total votes cast, 19,192. The local votes counted for the electoral division of Joo Chiat are conclusive of the results. Pursuant to Section 49, Subsection 7E, Paragraph A of the Parliamentary Elections Act, I declare Charles Chong Yu Fook of the People's Action Party as the candidate elected for the electoral division of Joo Chiat.
We're seeing live pictures of immediate reactions from both sides contesting this constituency.
That's right.
Comrades, first of all, allow me to thank my branch members and my volunteers for an outstanding campaign. I know you all had less than a month to prepare and fight in very unfamiliar territory, but you did an outstanding job. Okay, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the voters of Joo Chiat SMC for having confidence in me and having returned me, despite me being very new to Joo Chiat, over your local candidate. Although I've had very little time for the campaign, I think I'll have the next 4 to 5 years to win the rest of you over. Thank you. Okay, finally to my comrades and volunteers, go back, have a very good rest tomorrow. Monday, we'll have to start work. Thank you very much.
All right, there you've heard Charles Chong, the winner there for Joo Chiat single member constituency. Let's go ahead and take a look at his numbers for this contest. Well, Charles Chong there getting 51.01% of the votes, a slim margin, but he is the MP elected for Joo Chiat single member constituency. The PAP there with 9,630 votes, the Workers' Party with 9,248. Rejected votes just about 1.64%, and the winning margin there just 2%. Of course, the Joo Chiat single member constituency is not new, and we can also compare the results with the 2006 general election. In 2006, Chan Soo-sen was the member of parliament for Joo Chiat. In 2006, he won with 65% of the votes, and this time round it's 51%. Let's go ahead and see what the parliament seats are like for the PAP at this point. The seats in Parliament for the PAP with 14 seats.
Well, for those of you who have just joined us, that was the latest single-member constituency results out. So far tonight, we've only had results for one GRC. That would be of the smallest GRC, Moulmein Kallang. And that seat went to the PAP's team, and we have a member of the team who has spoken to one of our reporters, that is Minister Lui Tak Yew.
Well, I think for us, it is really strengthening the team and working together to basically bring the residents to a new level of cohesiveness and to build a community that has character and distinction. Of course, we will come up with our programs and plans for the different groups of people with their areas of need. But one thing I'm particularly keen on doing, both for Moulmein as well as for the GRC, is to try and offer more opportunities, particularly for the younger people as well as young parents, to come forward to volunteer. We have already started this in Moulmein, and over the next 2 to 3 years, I think it will be a program that would be deeply entrenched. One aspect of it is really for the NCs, the neighborhood committees, to be adopting some of the homes that we have in Moulmein itself. We want to look forward to the opportunities for students to coach others who are less academically inclined, particularly as I have some schools in my constituency where they are on the True Train program, and therefore they would have the time and I think the academic ability to help those who are less able. I think what we need to do is find new ways to engage with those that we have not engaged with before, particularly the young adults, those with young families, so that we better understand their concern as well as their aspirations and tap their energies, their enthusiasm to build an even more cohesive and harmonious community.
Thank you very much, Minister. Thank you. Well, that's the Moulmein Kallang GRC team. They have won over their opponents from the Workers' Party. They have identified many plans, including many plans to engage the younger voters of Moulmein Kallang GRC. And definitely the work is cut out for the team from the PAP team from Moulmein Kallang GRC following their victory in the general election.
Well, perhaps to refresh the figures, the PAP team won with 58.6% of the votes in Moulmein Kallang against the Workers' Party's team that got 41.4%.
All right, we earlier had Charles Chong, the winner in Joo Chiat SMC. Let's go ahead and listen to his opponent from the Workers' Party, Yen Jen Jong.
Dear voters of Joo Chiat, dear Singaporeans, I started my campaign. My campaign was accepted as a candidate less than 2 months ago, and you know, this is my first time entering into politics. I started very tentatively, very uncertain, with just 2 or 3 of us just walking a few streets, trying to understand what this is all about. And I'm